Good morning everyone. This is a pyjama day here. As you chronic pain sufferers all know, some days it's just best to stay in your pyjamas. That's me, but it's not going to stop me. It just slows me down, which is fine. First up, we're making 3 different infused oils in the slow cooker. I've never done this method before, so I thought I'd give it a go. So let's get busy. Okay, we have calendula, we have comfrey, we have arnica, we have avocado oil, we have a slow cooker with a tea towel in the bottom, takes the heat off the bottom of the jars. We have 3 separate jars. So let's get going. I've done the calendula. I'm now going to put the comfrey in. These 3 herbs all do something a bit different. Right, calendula you use for like healing. It is brilliant for things like eczema. Comfrey is used for sprains and strains. Arnica is used for bumps and bruises. So, got the comfrey in the jar. Okay, comfrey. I buy all these dried herbs online. If I can remember, I will put the link to the website down below. Let's get that one's the arnica. I don't know whether you can see, it's like furry. So I'm going to put that as much as we can, actually get it into the jars. Actually, I think I'm going to put a little bit more into that one. It's gone down rather quick. Let's take our oil. We're going to cover them. We will have to go back and top them off. You want to make sure the oil is cover them all. Definitely need topping up. Let's give them another stir. Okay. That used almost all of that bottle. Okay, let's pop the lids on. Okay, now we have lids that fit. I had to do some shuffling around to get the lids. Okay, let's pull this slow cooker over a little. Now we have that in the bottom. And we need to start filling it with water. Give it a shake. Oh, it looks pretty good to me. Okay. On goes the lid. And we're going to push this back a bit to turn it to keep warm. That's how they look in there. And you're going to leave these between 8 and 12 hours. Okay, so I'll be back later on to see how well these are doing. Next up is flatbread ready for dinner. I'm going to do just a mixed herb one. Let's get going. First up, let's get a little dish and mix some herbs in. We have rosemary, basil, some thyme, and some oregano. Okay, what I'm doing is crumbling them up and mixing them up together. Okay, that's our herbs ready. Okay, we're gonna need some flake sea salt. I've got this one at the moment. And some of our master dough, which you can see is risen lovely. A baking tray lined. I've got one of these reusable liners. I picked them up from the pound store. They're great. You wash them and reuse them. Right, let's get some dough. Let me place that there and get this one back in the fridge a minute. Okay, now we're going to stretch this the best we can. Okay, it's going to be sticky. I'm going to wet my hands. Makes it a little easier with wet hands. I'm just going to rinse my hands off and grab the olive oil. This is the olive oil I've got, extra virgin olive oil. It's an organic one. I always try to use organic wherever I can, but use whatever you've got. It doesn't matter, it's personal preference, and whichever one you want to use is fine. So drizzle some on. Boop. That will do. And we're going to use it to oil our fingers so we can put them dents in it. Okay, got some nice dents in. I'm just going to rinse these hands again. Time to sprinkle on the herbs. All the herbs were from my own garden. I dehydrated last year. Next up, the flake sea salt. It's probably about a teaspoon of flake sea salt. There we are. Doesn't that look lovely? Okay, I'm going to put that in the oven, and when it's cooked I'll bring you back. Okay, the flatbread is out the oven. Let's take a look. Look at that. What a beautiful flatbread. Okay, next up is apple and cinnamon bundt cake. Okay, let's get going. Okay, for this recipe you're going to need 8 ounces of butter, 8 ounces of flour, 8 ounces of sugar, about half a jar of this applesauce, or one of the smaller ones, and cinnamon. I will drop the recipe in the description below. Okay, first we add the butter, softened butter. Okay, and to it add the sugar. Right, I'm going to cream the butter and sugar together. I'm going to crack some eggs. Put one in. Give that a little beat round. Do the second one. I'm going to add roughly half of your flour in. Okay. Third egg. Fourth egg. Rest of the flour. Some vanilla extract. It's my homemade. Yeah. We're going to add a good couple of teaspoons of cinnamon. Yeah, that's about right. Next, we're going to add in half a jar of brownie sauce. Okay, tip half this jar in. Yeah, it's about half a jar. Make sure it's all worked in. I've sprayed my tin with some non-stick spray. That's the one I use, Release a Cake spray. Okay. Scrape the bowl out. Spread this out a little so it's nice and even all the way around. Okay, my oven is preheated on 170. It's a fan assisted oven. If yours isn't a fan assisted, put it on 180. Let's put this beauty in the oven, and once it's cooked I'll be back. Okay, let's see how our oil's been going. What you want to do, give it a shake just periodically. Okay, leave them in there. Just every couple of hours give them a shake and that will help. Okay guys, bundt cake didn't quite turn out how I was hoping. I'll show you, but we're gonna fix it. Look, the top stuck. So let me get you up on the tripod and let's see if we can get a glaze to cover the worst of this. Real life guys, real life. Ice and sugar and just a drop of water. Let's see if we can cover the worst of this up. Let's try this. Okay, cinnamon apple, dehydrated slices and some sprinkles. Don't beat yourself up when things don't go right. Take it in your stride. At the end of the day, it's only a cake. Is anyone going to notice it when you cut it? Probably not. Let's have a look at the finished item. One finished cake. Not perfect, but definitely still edible, and my kids will devour this just the same. Okay, I've just been out in the garden and I was pulling off some cabbage leaves that were turning yellow and then pulling off the ones just above it so they don't touch the dirt and turn yellow. So I've got some cabbage leaves now that I'm just washed off. Let's get them in the dehydrator. Alrighty, got some lettuce leaves there. And here's some cabbage leaves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the stalks out and I'm going to put them in a bag ready for some vegetable stock. And I'm going to put the wash leaves there. I don't mind if they come off in pieces because they're going to be going in the green mix anyway. I think this one is actually a broccoli leaf. Not that it makes a difference because it's all edible. And these were the next leaves up that would have touched the dirt, so I pulled them off before they go yellow, and that way we can enjoy them. You could saute these in a little bit of butter, you could steam them, but for the sake of ease today, because we've already got dinner sorted, I am choosing to go with dehydrate them and stick them in a greens mix. My mixed greens that I dehydrate and crush down, I use that in almost everything. I put it on pizzas, I put it in soups and stews, I hide it on some flatbread, in with the mixed herbs, that's always a good one. It's a good way to get a little extra nutrition into everyone's diet. And you can't taste it, but it does give a boost. So if you've never tried it before, give it a go. Because if anyone's got kids like mine, I've got fussy eaters. Big fussy eaters. So, but if you tell them that the green bits in the soup or stew is mixed herbs, they eat it without an issue. So There we are, mums, for all you other mums out there that struggle to get greens into your kids. Tell your kids it's mixed herbs. You only need to put a little bit on, and just each time you do it, just add a little bit more. You could start with a teaspoon, because you won't taste it. I use probably a tablespoon, maybe more, when I use it, especially in soups and stews. It's probably nearer 2 tablespoons at that point. So definitely worth having a go. And in my mixed greens mix, obviously I have things like turnip tops, carrot leaves, carrot tops, cabbage leaves, broccoli leaves, anything spinach, lettuce. It just goes on, the list goes on, because a lot of these plants we just eat a small section of, you know, like a cabbage. We eat the big heart of the cabbage, but in fact all of the leaves, even the outer ones, are actually edible. The same as broccoli. We only eat the head of broccoli, what would actually be flowers. We eat those, but everyone forgets about the leaves, and they're all edible. Absolutely all edible. And they're full of nutrition. Absolutely full of it. Right. There we are. Let's get these on. I've got them on about 45. Let me get a bag. There we are. That's all my stems in there, and they will go in the next time I make some vegetable stock. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay guys, our oils are done. It's calendula one. That's the comfrey one. And that's the arnica one. Right. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here for the vlog this time. Now with the oils, I'm leaving them in the slow cooker with it all turned off. I'll probably leave it in all overnight and pull it out tomorrow when it's all nice and cool, to try and get the maximum extraction from them herbs. Hang on and watch the next vlog where I will show you what we do with these infused oils. Okay, if you like this video, give it the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, that way you'll know each time that we upload a video. And if you would please share across social media, it helps us to get recognised on YouTube. Until next time, happy crafting!